Scoop Slam Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Scoop Slam Podcast. Once again, we are here reviewing Dynamite, reviewing SmackDown from this past week, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm joined by my co-host, as always. He is the Shawn Michaels to my Diesel. It's Ryan.
Yo, Micah. Big weekend coming up. Revolution tomorrow night. UFC 285 tonight. You ready to get started, man?
It's a big one, and they certainly didn't give us a great go-home show to match it up, but let's see how it goes. This week's Dynamite was the March 1st, 2023 edition of AEW Dynamite. And if this is your first time tuning into the Scoop Slam Podcast, we have a system. You got your ups and your downs, your positives and your negatives. That's how we review things here. Your scoops are your ups or your positives. Your downs are your negatives. Or did I say that right?
Sure, yeah. Sure you did.
Yeah, okay. It's late, ladies and gentlemen. We'll figure it out. So your scoops are your ups, your positives. Your downs or your slams, as we call them, are the things you didn't like. So we'll go ahead and open it up as they did with the All-Atlantic Championship match. It was Big Bill versus Orange Cassidy. You got any scoops?
Mm.
No, we did not.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. This didn't really put me in a good mood to watch the rest of this show.
I don't get why they open with Cassidy, but, you know, the rating reflected it, I guess.
Oh, man. Well, Big Bill actually looks pretty impressive. You know, he's in real good shape. He's 7 feet tall. He looks a lot better than he did when he was in WWE, honestly. But,
You can't teach that.
You can't teach that. No, you cannot. But losing to Orange Cassidy might be a low point of his career, man. I don't know.
It wasn't my favorite. I'll give you my first slam. The regular just Cassidy antics is always a slam for me. Yeah. I don't love it, and especially in this match, because this is my same complaint with Wardlow when they had the match a couple months back. It's just insane to me to see this guy like Big Bill who could, you know, promptly like rip Cassidy's arms off Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah.
And he's just over there bumping around for him. Because Big Bill, I mean, like you said, he's got a look. To me, his look is more striking than WWE. He just needs that proper mouthpiece. I think Stokely is that if they give him the right material. Right now it's hokey. But I do like Stokely. That rhymed. Look at me.
Man, I don't know if Stokely just doesn't have any material to work off of. I mean, since he got there, he had that little strange partnership with Jade, and then that was dropped. Then he partnered up with MJF for like 2 weeks, and that was dropped. And now he has this stable of guys that... Who's in his stable again? I don't even remember. Is that still a thing?
I don't know what their name is.
I forgot the name too. Ethan Page, Big Bill, the Guns. The Guns aren't. How are the Guns even in that group when they haven't been affiliated with them since the first week? Honestly.
Oh, it's the Firm. I don't know. I know Matt Hardy's somewhere in there too, because I don't know why. And Isaiah Cassidy, the Moaning Man, the Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah. You know what? They should bring in Enzo. Why not?
I wouldn't hate it.
Why not? He get himself over.
A lot of people got pissed when they were thinking about it, apparently, but like, I commented something like this on somebody's Twitter the other day. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, because I think you know a little bit more about him than I do. He had some sexual assault allegations, correct?
Yep.
Did they get dropped, or did he get proven not guilty?
Not guilty.
then there's no point in not hiring him. You know what I mean?
I think it's more of a thing about being a backstage a nuisance. Because there was that story floating around that when he was with WWE, he got a little too big for his britches, and Roman Reigns had to check him on like a European tour, and they were more than happy to release him when all that sexual assault allegations got started. I mean, they didn't even wait a day or two for it to all settle in before they released him. Like, they were looking for a reason to get rid of him.
Well,
Which sucks, man, 'cause
maybe.
he was over. He could talk. He's probably
Yeah.
he's probably one of the best microphone guys out there that's not signed to a major company.
What? I'm just trying to think from a purely business standpoint. Do you think if they brought him in for a one-off and then just saw maybe what he did? Remember how Cody brought in Eddie, and Eddie just kind of got a mic and got to talk for a minute?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it, and maybe if he proved that he could gel with the locker room, I don't know.
And people can
Because
change. People can change. It's been like 5, 6 years since he's been with the WWE. Maybe he's a different person now. Who knows?
maybe he needed to be humbled. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, maybe showing that it can all go away in a flash. John Morant. Sorry, slight dig. Well, they posted that little picture of them pointing at the L with Shannon Sharp, so
Hey,
that's justified.
I'm fine with it. Slander Job Moran all you want, man. I don't care. He stinks.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, maybe getting out of the WWE and not being on national television humbled him a little bit, and you could bring him back in because, like you were saying, he's one of the best unsigned guys on the mic, and AEW sorely needs characters or somebody to draw some attention to this show.
He would get a lot of heat from that audience just by showing up.
Good. They need people with good heat. Got
Right.
too many cool heels.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, man, I don't know. Seeing Big Bill sell for this 5'7" lazy bum, it didn't. I was, yeah, slam all the way.
Yeah, hurts my disbelief. But Cassidy picked up the win. He was hurt, apparently, so afterwards they kind of shot some locker room angle where they were going to be in the tag team battle royale, and Cassidy was working through his injury or whatever, and he said some corny lines about, yeah, whatever, I'll be there. Yeah, no.
Can I say something,
Go ahead.
bro? Am I the only one that just doesn't get Danhausen's comedy? I don't understand. How is this? How is he supposed to be funny? Is it the way he talks, or does he say jokes? I don't understand. Am I missing something? Explain this to me, Mike. I don't know.
I can't explain it. I don't know. But I was watching it on the way home, and my wife was like, why do people like this guy? And I was like, I don't know, but he's over, so there's something to be said for that.
Bro, he's like one of the top merch sellers. How? What does he do?
What does Bray Wyatt do? I'm sorry, I said I would hold the slander, but
No, we ain't gonna take that. You can't compare Danhausen to Bray Wyatt. Give me a break. Come on.
I don't get it either. I don't know if maybe I'm just out of the joke or the humor isn't up my alley. I think it's more of that.
Maybe it's just millennials think he's funny. I don't know, man. It just doesn't translate with me.
Yeah. This modern audience, we're not very much fans.
No.
Following the Big Bill Orange Cassidy match, Moxley was in the back. Now, this was shot from last week, and he was in a stairwell, and he was covered in blood from his, what can I call it, fiasco with Evil Uno last week.
Yeah.
And he cut a fire promo right here. And I don't even mean fire that I thought it was necessarily good. I did, but I just mean like he was on fire.
Yeah.
He got so worked up, he busted himself back open. Did you notice that? Well, I'm not gonna lie. This was the sleepiest Dynamite I've ever watched, and I was very tired. We'll get to one thing in a minute, but I was watching this, and I didn't think he was still busted open when he started the promo, but he dang sure was dripping blood on the floor again by the time he finished it.
Yeah, there was blood on the stairwell.
Yeah. So for the scoops, what you got? Anything specific?
Bro, it was just fiery. Like I can't tell you what he said, but I was hypnotized by what he was saying. You know, does that make any sense? I don't know, man. It was a really, really good fiery. I like my old school yell type promo when guys are busted open after a passionate encounter and they tell you how their opponent is a piece of garbage. I like stuff like that. That's a big scoop. Moxley, he comes and goes with me because one week I'm praying that I never see him again, and another week I remember, wow, this guy was my favorite member of the Shield for a reason. And definitely the latter is how I felt this week.
Not to interrupt or anything. Breaking news: Valentina Shevchenko just lost for the first time since 2017. Holy crap!
See,
she's been like dominant by submission. Holy crap!
Sheesh.
Sorry. Anyways, yeah, I felt the same way. Especially, I don't know why, but I couldn't tell you anything that he said the same way, other than like Texas Death at the end. That was all I caught. But yeah, a lot of guys don't have that same, I guess, fire.
That switch.
Yeah, like that clip of Randy Orton. What was the show?
Oh, he's
that it was on. Yes. And it was just like instantly he could turn it on and be this different person. And I feel like a lot of guys don't have that now.
Wait. No, it was called Evil, not Heels. Heels is the
Evil.
The Stars show that Dang, who plays on that show?
Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, what's his name? Stephen Amell.
Yeah, Stephen Amell. Not Heels.
Good show.
But Evil.
Yeah. Oh, hand in hand. Yeah. But yeah, and it was a really good promo. I'm not big on Mox's promos, and I'm not big on Mox completely. Personally, he was my second favorite member of the Shield. Seth was my favorite, and obviously Roman was the least because he was just kind of there.
Yeah.
And then he, like, it was, especially after the Shield, I was like, ugh. But yeah, my scoop for this was the visual was insane, and everything felt like he meant it. It didn't seem overly contrived, or I'm going to break your bones and eat your blood, and, you know, all that crap that Moxley typically says. And he may have said that. It just came across better this time. I don't know. Maybe because there's somewhat of a feud here, even if the build hasn't been my favorite. I just feel like this was the best Moxley promo probably since the Punk stuff.
They might have the best match on the card on Sunday, honestly. They got a personal,
I can see it.
They got a personal feud, a match we don't see that often, and they had one good match that I like. I think it was their first encounter. So they might have the match tonight.
I could definitely see that. The Christian Jungle Boy match, I'm excited to see, and I think it'll probably be good, hopefully. Jungle Boy's a good wrestler, especially if he has somebody to lead him.
It's going to be a weird, I'm not going to say weird, it's going to be a spectacle. Because how are they going to do this quote-unquote buried alive match with Christian and Jungle Boy? Or Jungle Taker, I guess now we have to call
Jungle Taker. Uh,
How are we gonna do
and
that?
the MJF, huh?
How are we gonna do that?
Do you think they're gonna do it like the old WWF Buried Alive matches where they had like the grave plot off to the side of the stage?
I like that. I hope they do. Yeah.
I I'm here for it.
I think they're gonna do it like WCW, where it's gonna be off site.
Yeah, probably.
That sucks. For the live crowd,
I
that
don't.
sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how I feel about that. Especially they might do cinematic,
Oh gosh.
which but um yeah, I don't know. I think MJF and Danielson could steal the show too, and a lot of people are hating on that tag team match, and I don't like the fact that Danhausen and Orange Cassidy are going to be in it either. I think that tag team match might surprise a lot of people.
It's gonna be a lot of spots and fast pace. And I'm sure the crowd will like it.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have any slams for that one. Speaking of the things the crowd will like, the Elite and the House of Black were up next, but for a very short, brief moment, as Carry On, My Wayward Son hit, and they stood there with their silhouettes, and then the lights went out, and I didn't have any scoops, but my slam was Tony Schiavone going, "What? Guys, what?" As the House of Black just beat the piss out of them, and then the lights went out. And they just segued right out of it.
Yep. We just have a snap.
Why?
Let's just move on to the next thing. I don't know.
Are the Elite incapable of telling a story? Everybody and their mother is like, "Oh, the Adam Page story was better than the Bloodline story ever was. This is the greatest story in the past 10 years."
What?
I wasn't watching when it happened.
They said that? Who said that?
When
That's
okay.
gotta be bots, man. There ain't no way.
No, people really think that's one of the greatest long-term storylines of all time. Like, I've seen it compared to Sting and the NWO.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't watching then, so I can't say. But dang, they've done a horrible job to follow it up, because there is zero story with anything that they do.
Has Omega cut a promo since he got back? Like on the show? Has he said
After the
something?
Punk stuff?
Before that, when he got back the first time? Did he say anything? Like live on the
Didn't he,
mic?
didn't he cut a promo on Osprey or no?
I don't remember that. Did that happen?
I think so. Either it happened on the show or it happened after. But I do remember him grabbing a mic and cutting a promo on Osprey. But it may have been off camera and I just seen it on Twitter.
Well, has he talked about like, oh, I spent this many months getting ready for my return and I'm happy to be back? No, he hasn't said anything. What is he? I don't, help me, Micah. Help me.
I can't. There's no assistance.
I just, man, I don't know, man. It just seems like the Elite, Omega, Young Bucks, they're off in a whole different show sometimes.
Let me hardball you real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know you're not going to like this.
Oh, God.
So, and we'll touch on this a little later. Personally, Cody Rhodes fits the WWE. What's the verbiage I'm looking for? System.
Okay, all right.
Better.
Sure.
His ideas come across better to me. His promos, his presentation, the whole 9 yards. Do you think that in a writer environment where it has to go through a couple checks and your stuff can be tweaked by either Triple H or Vince or whoever, do you think that the Elite and Kenny Omega would prosper in a place like that where they're kind of given material that they have to do?
The Bucks know. Kenny, maybe. 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 Kenny, may I think Kenny, he's so well traveled. He's capable of having good matches. And I don't know, man. I feel like his AEW and his New Japan cred can take him kind of far in WWE, at least initially. But people will start to get sick of it eventually. Just like they got sick of Shinsuke Nakamura's stuff and
But
you
look
know
at Balor.
Balor, yeah. Balor.
But say what you want to about him, he is a former Universal Champion, former Universal Champion, and he's been there for a minute. I mean, he's collecting a paycheck and he's on the show all the time.
He is, but he's probably he's been an underachiever his whole WWE run, hasn't he? Came in with all the hype, the body paint, won the Universal title his first month. After that, he's just been twiddling his thumbs. I mean, having meaningless feud and forgettable runs with championships his entire, 7 years there? 8 years now? Like, Michael, can you name any feud he's had? Other than the one that's going on right now?
Roman, just because I remember him laying on the mat and pulsating when the music hit.
Okay.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's my point. I don't know, man. People like him, but
I don't know. The Buck stuff sucks. This sucked. The build sucked. And honestly, the House of Black stuff sucks. They took the two rottenest, most contrived or lack thereof storylines and people that make their own stuff up and put them together. And somehow there's been no promos or anything.
yeah, Black stuff is always confusing too, because you'll see something, a backstage segment, and then there's never a follow up. It's like Bray Wyatt, but he never has any feuds.
Yeah. And it's way too contrived a lot of times. And the Buck stuff is way too silly. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're playing basketball today. And then the House of Black is like, we're summoning Satan's biggest guardians. And like, why? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Why don't they go after a real championship? Black hasn't gone after anything since he's gotten there. He had that Cody feud and he hasn't done anything.
I'd like to see him get the All Atlantic run if it meant something, or the TNT title. He's a good wrestler. His gimmick's not my favorite, but he's good in the ring. Buddy's good in the ring. So is Brody. But, like, at what point do, you can't just beat people up and never have matches. Buddy's gotten beaten like a wet dog, and Brody had like a one-off with Darby, and he hadn't been in a match in months.
I like that match with Darby too.
It was good. And they did good spots that didn't insult the fact that Darby's like 5'10".
Oh, that was generous. That's generous, man. 5'6", man.
Well, short kings.
Yeah, we got a soft spot for short kings out there. But anyway, Micah, man, Malachi, or I think we've been calling him Alistair. Malachi Black, his stuff, he's not necessarily he doesn't have a bad gimmick. It's just he doesn't have any substance or ever any feuds. He just shows up, says something in a promo, and then you don't see him again for months.
And
if they went all the way with it, I think it could, though, if they just went all the way with it. If they actually committed to it, instead of doing it one week and then disappearing for another.
I could see it. I mean, I see the potential. It just, I don't know. Nothing he's done has impressed me at all since he's been there. The Cody stuff was good when he first came in.
Yeah.
And then after that, nothing.
At least he has a gimmick, which is something you can't say about 90% of the AEW roster.
Yeah, I gotta give him that, I guess. Speaking of the Bucks, don't have a gimmick. Other than we changed the game because we couldn't fit into the game, and so we just made our own thing.
We play basketball.
Well, in that case, I can only think about that meme when I say that. You know what I'm talking about? The suitcase. There's a well in it. Well, in that case. Anyways, the Revolution ladder match is up next.
Oh, God.
I know you're fixing to tear this one apart.
Jesus Christ.
I had some scoops. You only had one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, I'll go ahead with mine, considering, that you didn't have any, and that we kind of agreed on the last one anyways. So this one had Commander, AR Fox, Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, Action Andretti, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs picked up the win. And for the scoops, I'll just go back to back real quick. AR Fox sold this ladder slam like $1 million. I don't remember who threw him onto it now, but was it Takeshita maybe? No. It was Hobbs. And he was really close to the camera, and you could hear him just like, oh my God, I'm in unimaginable pain right now. So I thought that was a nice touch. He's okay to me. This is the first time, I didn't see him on Lucha Underground, so this is the first time I've ever been exposed to him, and he's alright.
Yeah. He ain't bad.
He tweets like a uncle, though, on on Twitter. Have you seen this?
I haven't.
Hold on. I gotta pull this up. You can go ahead with your scoop real quick.
I like that Hobbs picked up the victory. I mean, definitely want him to do better than just the mid-card title, but I mean, it's a start. It looks a little goofy when he carries around the little sonic ring when he makes his entrance now, but yeah, Hobbs picked up the win in a car crash of a ladder match. You got what you were looking for, Micah?
It's good that Will Hobbs won.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff I was like, obviously the Andretti Sammy spot was really bad.
Terrible. Sloppy. Could have killed him.
I didn't like that Ortiz and Kingston just fought off, but there was another spot, and we'll get to some more in the slam, so I'll wait. So I got a tweet here from AR Fox.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
And this was ahead of the face of the lever. Good night.
Easy for you to say.
Face of the Revolution ladder match. Oh boy, say that 3 times fast. Let's go! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Add 2 more. Hashtag stuck on. Going up like a ladder in a ladder match. You heard? 2 exclamation points. Can't wait for this. Let's go! Exclamation point. Hashtag Rocket Fox. Ready for takeoff. 6 rockets at AEW. Hashtag drip. Hashtag splash. Hashtag top tier. Hashtag rank 1. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hashtag steppin'. Where's the carpet? Exclamation point. Question mark. Steppin', stompin' hard like a T-Rex. That sound like somebody's uncle.
Tweet like LeBron, bro.
Kid from Akron. Hashtag I promise.
Just the kid from Akron. Hey, man.
Just the kid from Akron.
I did not like this ladder match, Micah. Can I just go ahead with my slams?
I got 2 more things.
Go
Commander
ahead.
did some cool stuff that I thought was alright, and I mean, I'll hit on some stuff that I didn't like, but he was okay for another lucha guy. Taz made fun of Shivani for not working off the monitor. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't catch that.
It was this spot where Takeshita was coming behind somebody that was climbing the ladder, and you couldn't see it on the TV, but Shivani was like, "Oh, here comes Takeshita," and so then Taz was like, "Yeah, maybe you should work off your monitor, Shivani." And he laughed, and it went quiet for a good couple seconds, and then they just started talking again. But I don't know. I thought you would think it was funny because I know you have disdain for Mr. Shivani.
I do. Taz be grilling the heck out of Shivani on the picture in picture, because I watched the international broadcast, and they be needling each other, man. It'd be pretty funny, pretty entertaining. I wish they act like that on the actual show instead of just in between the commercial breaks. But yeah, man.
Low-key, I think Taz is my favorite announcer.
Of both companies?
I think so.
Over Pat McAfee?
It's close.
I'll take Pat. But yeah, Taz is okay. He's not bad.
He's better than anybody on AEW, and I think he's better than just about everybody on WWE.
Well,
Pat's the only rival.
Who commentates Rampage? I don't watch. Who commentates? JR? JR on there?
I think.
Jericho probably. Is he still doing that?
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay. All right, yeah. Regardless, yeah, Taz is okay. I like Taz.
All right, but you got quite a few here.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your slams.
So the masked jabroni commander, okay. He debuts in front of a national TV audience. First time you've ever seen him, Micah. He debuts on the commercial break. He gets a jobber entrance, bro. What the heck was that? What is that? How can you get introduced to somebody if you don't even give them a proper entrance? That bugged me. Seemed like timing was off all night. Because they had something later on where Brian, he didn't even get an entrance. Brian Daniels didn't even get an entrance. Just appeared. What? Okay, yeah. So Commander comes out with a jobber entrance, big slam. Bro, that Falcon arrow that actually hit on Sammy, it could have paralyzed Sammy. You shouldn't do something if you can't do it right. And the referees bothered me throughout this entire match. Mike, you can make excuses, say WWE does it. No, you know what? They don't do it like that. They don't go. It's not 4 referees in the ring blatantly holding the ladder up while they do a spot in WWE. Yeah, they may have done it once or twice, but they did it with every spot in this AEW ladder match. That doesn't break your immersion when you see that?
A little. I think.
Bro, come on, man.
Okay.
It's egregious. It's terrible. It's amateur. AEW fanboys keep on making excuses for amateur Bush League stuff like this. How can I take this seriously when there's 4 referees hugging the ladder while they do a single spot? If you can't do the spot, don't do it. Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
You know what? Bryce Ramsburg going to send out a tweet. Oh, would you rather our talent break their necks? Yeah, you know what? They should. Because they want to do dumb stuff like that. Maybe they should break their necks. Oh, yeah.
Don't get hot about it.
Yeah, I'm hot about it. Because that was terrible. Awful, terrible ladder match. I hated it. Every single second of it. Commander did that little tightrope walk thing that took 45 minutes to set up. Everybody was just standing around looking at him while he was in the corner in the other side of the ring, walking the tightrope. Oh, yeah, let's just wait here so he can land. Man, Yeah, it was a cool visual, but it took too long to set up. Adding to the amateur BS that they do on a weekly basis. You can't do it, don't do it.
I honestly did not notice the refs until the Andretti Sammy spot. And oh my God, I didn't watch it live, but I was watching it back. I didn't see anything on Twitter beforehand. But as he went to pick him up over the ladder, I was like, oh no. I could just tell because Sammy's foot almost got caught in the ring. And I'm like, not in the wrestling ring, but in the Sonic ring above the ring. Lots of rings. Ring King. But anyways, he goes to like suplex him, do the Falcon Arrow, and I was like, oh no, because one, he struggled to get him,
Yeah.
and then Sammy's feet were kind of caught in that, and I was like, and I thought he was just gonna do a suplex. That probably would have been okay. And then they tried to do too much, and I honestly thought Andretti broke his knee in the ladder. And you could hear the announcers like wince when it happened. Here's the thing. I mean, zero disrespect to Action Andretti, because I understand this is his first like national TV job and probably his first ladder match.
His last, too. He's not going to be in my company doing bull BS like that, Micah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All I can think about is that clip. It's like, oh, is it your first flight? Oh yeah, it is, and it's about to be your last. But anyways, so why let him do a very dangerous spot like that on his first ladder match ever? I just, a superplex off the ladder, okay, that's pretty simple. Still very dangerous.
Yeah.
But in terms of other ladder match spots, pretty generic.
Yeah.
But a Falcon's Arrow, come on now. Why? And then, like, Sammy does the same thing every single ladder match. And the only, like, interesting thing, I think, Hobbs did that ladder slam. I think he pressed AR Fox and slammed him on the ladder that was on the outside. That was okay. And then, was it Hobbs at the end? Somebody clocked that ladder at the end that knocked Takeshita off. And it was kind of dangerous because it almost like Takeshita embrace himself for the fall. But then, like, the ladder got all jacked up. Go grab another ladder. But I honestly didn't notice the refs until the Sammy thing, and I was like, But the ending is what really got me, because there was like 4 of them holding that broken ladder, and Hobbs called them over there to hold the ladder.
Terrible.
I get it, but why are the referees helping someone win? That just doesn't make sense. It's not necessarily Hobbs' fault, other than he should have grabbed a different ladder.
Yeah, that is his fault.
No, it's the production fault, because even though WWE does it, the way they shoot it, you would never know.
They don't.
And that's the way you have to hide it.
But they don't go in the ring and hold the ladder, Micah. And if they do, it's rare. When they set up for a spot, the referees don't come in the ring and hold the ladder, man. It doesn't happen.
I've seen it in a couple Jeff Hardy matches in the past.
In the ring?
I don't know about in the ring, but I know I've seen him holding it before.
Yeah, I've seen him do it like outside the ring when he goes up on a big ladder and does like a swanton on a announce table. Yeah, okay. But in the ring, man, it's just terrible. And Hobbs could have grabbed another ladder. Terrible ring awareness from Hobbs. And man, we like Hobbs, but he's gotta be better than that. Bro, there's 4 ladders around the ring.
Yeah,
ladder, man.
They just gotta stop doing too much. Like, if you have to get a referee to hold your ladder, then you may have to stop and think, should I be doing this spot? And if you have to have a referee to hold your ladder inside the ring and it makes it look fake, probably not. Probably not. That's all I gotta say about it. a quick, fast recap of the slams. I didn't like the stand in group spots, as I always don't, because they're phony. Gut-wrenching bump from Andretti and Guevara. Talked about that already. And then the stuff you said, the ladder holding, the Falcon Arrow was sloppy, and then the Commander job guy treatment, especially for his debut in a ladder match. I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out on the notes, though, that he debuted in the commercial break.
Terrible. Bandito, where's he at? Why not put him in this?
I don't know. I'd like to see him. He's good, but, if you want to see somebody on AEW and you like them, watch it in 4 weeks.
Man, maybe he just couldn't do the tightrope spot, and they really wanted to see that. So they had to get that jabroni from AAA to come in and do it. We'll probably never see him again, honestly.
Probably not.
No. Man, I'm okay with that.
Well, speaking of things that I never want to see, Chris Jericho versus Peter Avalon followed. Boy, oh boy. To start the night of falling asleep, I started dozing in this match, and I see that you didn't write anything.
It was so quick, and I really wasn't paying that close attention. Honestly, I don't have anything.
It was what it was. I knew what was going to happen. Avalon beat up Jericho for a minute. Judas Effect, 1, 2, 3. Yada yada boo bop. Jericho wins.
Yep.
Wow. After Ricky Starks came down, and then guess what? Oh my God, the JAS beat him up. Oh my God, then that's revolutionary booking. Oh my God.
Hey,
I'm so sick of Chris Jericho.
Hager's hat's pretty over.
I like this hat. Every passing Wednesday, I realize that I should have taken your advice at 2021 All Out, and MJF should have retired Chris Jericho.
I forgot about that, yeah.
I was just getting back into it, and you were like, no, man, I'm telling you, he's been bad for these past couple years. And I was like, what? No, I like what he's doing. Oh, boy.
What we gotten into now. He's off his rocker, man.
Oh, he's rocking, all right.
Does he beat Ricky Starks on Sunday? What you think? We're gonna do. We saving predictions.
My mind tells me no.
Oh man,
my body's telling me yes. Because it's Jericho, I think he will. I think he will beat Ricky Starks.
And the fact that they changed the stipulation has me wondering. Because remember everyone was banned from ringside, but then all of a sudden they said, well, only the Jericho Appreciation Society is banned from ringside.
Oh, God.
So do we get an appearance from one Paul White?
Oh, God. I forgot about that.
It could happen. He trademarked Jericho, so we could get a reunion. Did you like that tag team?
I did. How does Jericho fit if his name is Paul White? Oh my God, dude. I respect the legend that Chris Jericho is for the sport. I do not respect the 2023 Chris Jericho. Let me take that back. I respect Chris Jericho. I don't mean that. I just don't want to see the angles anymore because it's the same thing as Cody. If you took the stuff and put it on Raw, it'd probably be more over. But because it's on AEW and there's no guy to tweak it, Vince McMahon is the greatest tweaker in wrestling history, aside from Jeff Hardy.
Drugs?
I'm sorry, that was a very low blow. No, but Vince is the greatest,
he's
fix your idea guy.
filter. He's a great filter.
Yeah. I mean, I should have even buried Jeff Hardy like that when Marty Jannetty exists.
Stand with that.
No, Marty Jannetty.
Hey, you remember when Marty Jannetty admitted to killing somebody on Twitter?
Yeah. I don't think he ever backtracked it either.
No, he didn't.
What a wild.
Oh, man. Yeah, where were you going with that Jericho stuff?
Oh yeah. Somebody just needs to fix his ideas and help him fine tune it.
I don't see that happening, man. He's paying Jericho that much money. Tony Khan trusts Jericho. He's a locker room leader in Tony Khan's eyes. So he's going to let Jericho do whatever he wants. And he's going to pay him $10 million a year to do it.
And the 10 million viewers at home suddenly changed their channel. Yeah. Who does he go? Where does he go next? What's your prediction? Who's hot right now?
Ricky Stark. No, they'll continue to feud after he gets his win back.
No.
I believe this. He's gonna keep
I believe it too, but I don't want it to happen.
He's gonna keep on feuding. It's gonna happen, man. Because he's gonna find a way to screw over Ricky Starks, and then we're gonna get a blow-off match, probably on another pay-per-view. It's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Telling you. Huh? What's the next?
Who else could he feud with if it wasn't for Starks? Who's hot right now?
Well, has he feuded with Wardlow?
By proxy of the MJF stuff. Hangman? Did we rehash this?
Didn't they have one?
I think at the beginning of the whole deal with AEW. But I don't know. I wasn't watching, so I could very well be wrong. Jungle Boy? After he beats Christian?
They had a few.
He's out. Oh my god, he's out of hot people to latch himself to.
They'll find some. Oh, wait a minute. Mark Briscoe.
No, do not. Do not shackle him to the Jericho prison.
Bro, it might happen. I don't know, man.
Oh my god, no, it makes perfect sense because Jericho could win the Ring of Honor tag team titles.
Oh, no. Bro, they're going to put Big Show in Ring of Honor.
Oh.
Say it, so Micah, that can't be right. No.
It's almost too wrong that it has to be right.
I'm morbidly curious as to how that would work, though.
I tell you what I wasn't morbidly curious about, and that's this Hangman promo that followed.
Oof.
Okay, this was the part of the night where I had gotten off work. I think this was this Wednesday that I was watching it back, or was it Thursday?
I think it was Thursday.
I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. The sleepiness had hit me at a full just train head on. I watched this promo 8 times.
Hey.
I cannot tell you what he said. Still.
The only thing I remember him saying, or not even saying, just doing, he spit in the middle of his promo, and it kind of like, bro, what? Hey, chill, don't do that. Don't do that on camera. What the heck is wrong with you? That's the only part I remember of this whole promo. Him spitting randomly.
I seen something on Twitter that I think it was Ibu, if I'm pronouncing that right, from Wrestle Purist. It's backup Hangman, if you know him. But on Twitter, he shared something that was like, I really don't like the fact that Moxley was like really violent, and then Hangman was like,
"Oh, shoot.
I don't like violence, but I'm gonna."
I forgot that's what he said. You don't like violence, but you're in professional wrestling. Jeez,
How
buddy.
does that even?
You should have stuck to teaching. You didn't like
Yeah.
violence. Yeah, what the heck?
Somebody shared something that was like when people don't like a contrast of characters, and it was that black kid with like his hands behind his head and he looks like really shocked. But like that, man, that's just different because I don't know. That'd be like if I don't know, you're a teacher and you're like, I hate kids, but I'll teach. I hate digging ditches, but I'll work for the state. You know, like
Or like
why be in
a police
wrestling?
officer, or like if a police officer says, um, "I don't like confrontation, but I confront people on a daily basis." Yeah, it's kind of like that, man.
Just a weird promo from a weird cat. I don't mean personally. I just mean I just don't like his stuff. And I mean this feud's been not my favorite, but it's been like one of the only feuds actually on the TV. So I guess I'll give him credit for that. But it's lost on me. But they'll probably have a good match, just like everybody else.
Yeah, it's gonna be there.
After this, Christian Cage hit the ring with Renee Paquette, and he was talking about his match with Jungle Boy, and he's got some heat, and I'm glad because he added something to the show that it sorely needed because I perked up when I seen he was coming out. So yeah, he basically was talking about Jungle Boy and dogged him. It was a good promo. Probably if it wasn't for Moxley, it'd probably be the best promo of the night. For the scoops, I'll let you start us off because I know you got a soft spot in your heart for Christian.
I do, man. I love me some Christian, but his promo gets a scoop. But the whole Jungle Boy Jack Perry feud has been going on for a long, long time, and I just really want it to be over. And I am hoping and praying that this feud, this buried alive match, isn't a way to just write Christian off the television. Because I have a feeling that's where they're gonna go.
I wouldn't doubt it because wasn't there something Dax or maybe Edge or somebody said that was like I wouldn't count out seeing an Edge and Christian reunion soon. And we know Edge is going to retire like middle of this year, I think.
He's under contract for one more year.
Oh, okay. So I could very well see it. And I hate that because I really like Christian. This is a really good promo and I want to see him do more here, but at the same time, I mean, I know he was hurt, but even before then, like, what was he doing? He was just managing a tag team all year. He never wrestled.
Yeah.
He beat Omega, and then that was pretty much it.
That was the highlight of his run. He's sorely underutilized. And I'm afraid that if he goes back to WWE, he's just going to be Edge's little buddy, like he was for pretty much his entire run. Just Edge's lackey, Edge's sidekick. And Christian's more talented than that. He has a better shot of doing other stuff in AEW as a singles guy.
He should be main event caliber. Like, if it wasn't for MJF, he should have been feuding with. Well, good God, who's the last heel champion they had? Oh my God, the last heel champion they had was Omega.
Yeah, Omega.
Well,
Jericho.
kind of leaves me between a rock and a hard place. Oh no, God no! Don't wish that on Christian. Yeah, I don't know. I would rather see him in AEW because it's just gonna be the farewell tour of Edge and Christian, and like that'll be cool for the first month, and then it'll overstay its welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. feel bad for Christian, man.
It's just unfortunate because like he's a really good heel, but he's not gonna fight MJF right now. He could probably have a really good program with Wardlow if that's who they go with after the pay-per-view, but then I think they're gonna put the belt on Hobbs, so I don't know. It's like I told you today, I would like to see a title, but who are you gonna take it from?
I think he needs to win a feud. I would want him like in a feud with Bryan Danielson. Let Bryan put him over.
Yeah, I'd be alright with that. And then maybe if Mr. Brooks comes back,
Oh,
get a Mr. Brooks and a Christian feud and a couple. Well, I think Punk's probably gonna be heel. I don't know with MJF being heel if that's the direction they go. I don't know. Anyways, I had 3 scoops for this one. I'm interested to see this match because of the promo that he cut, and I thought the Jungle Boy part was okay. But Christian did a good job to make me want to see this again. I thought he pulled Cornette on him, and that kind of cracked me up because he called him, they're insulting my business, and they just want to be video game wrestlers. So I thought that was funny, and he feels different than everybody else on the show. Like when he came out, he got bigger reactions. Everything felt edgier, no pun intended, but it really just, I don't know, he's good on the mic, and so it makes him feel different because everybody else is just a good wrestler here, and that's why I want to see more of him.
got a lot of heat too. Got a lot of heat.
Yeah. Oh, he did get a little tripped up when they started chanting "shut the explicitive up." He was like for just a second, but he kind of recovered after that. The only slam I had was the fact that Jungle Boy can turn the lights off just randomly, just because.
He paid somebody off in production, I guess. I don't know, man. You see that line he had on Friday?
Line of what?
So, like, I guess he cut a backstage promo of him digging a grave or something. And he says, oh, you love my dad so much where you're going to finally get a chance to go meet him or something like that. And it's just like, whoa, seemed to take a dark turn there, Jack.
You killing him now?
I guess so, bro. He's about to murder Christian.
All right, well, live murder on pay-per-view. Speaking of, John Jones defeats Cyril Gane in a first-round submission.
Jeez.
To claim the heavyweight title. Ouch.
My man.
Hey, the Drake curse is broken. Because Drake bet on him. So I bet on Cyril Gane, but now look at me.
Oh, man.
Guess who won the pony? Not me. Hook versus Matt Hardy followed, and nobody won the pony watching this one. Yeah. I did want to see this a little bit. But, I mean, Hook always looks good. I didn't have any real scoops. It was a dumb finish. I got 2 slams. It was a dumb finish because Hook took a cast shot and kicked out, and then literally, like the millisecond he locked in the red rum, Matt Hardy started tapping. Oh my God, that bothers me so bad. I hate that in wrestling. For somebody to tap immediately when they get the lock on.
I thought he did it because he was a little apprehensive with joining the firm, so he didn't have a problem with losing, I guess. I don't know. That's how I took it.
But then why would you be fighting him at all?
Yeah, I don't know. Matt Hardy's just probably praying that Jeff can make a comeback very soon because he's just floundering.
That's the only resurgence he can have at this point.
Yeah.
That's just like another thing that bothers me in wrestling, and it's kind of stupid because, I mean, everybody does it, so what are you going to do? But when they reach for the ropes, I hate that they, like for a pin, they just 1, 2, and then at like 2.9, they just flash and grab it. And I know it's for suspense, but wouldn't you like hypothetically like be reaching for that like really faintly, and then it's like 1, 2, and then you clasp onto it. It makes more sense in my mind.
Well, you wake up when the referee's counting, and
Oh, really?
you recover your bearings at 2.5, and then you reach for the.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Hooks lost a lot of momentum. That was the only other slam I had, and I hate it because I do like him, but
Ice.
if you're getting over, we got to take you off TV for like 4 weeks because that'll really get you over.
Wasn't he tag partners with Danhausen?
For a brief hot flash in the pan, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they had I thought they were a tag team. Hookhausen.
I think they quit for whatever reason, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably
Probably
not.
Taz stepped in and said, "Get this jabroni off my
As he
son's
should.
coattails."
As he should.
Well, Tony Storm and Riho was next, and yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This go home show, I just was not interested. I had been interested in weeks. Please,
it was like
please,
4
Phil.
straight segments that I just did not care about.
Yeah, I didn't care about the tag team royale that followed. Didn't care about Tony Riho. Didn't care about Hook and Hardy. The Christian promo was okay. Didn't care about the Hangman promo. Didn't care about the Jericho stuff. Didn't really care for the ladder match. Didn't care for the Elite. The Mox promo was okay. Didn't care about Cassidy. So, like, 2 things that I want to watch the show for. Wow. You know what that's also called? Monday Night Raw.
Oh, how dare you. How dare you. Don't you ever compare this abomination of a pro wrestling show to the longest weekly episodic television show in television history, Monday Night Raw. How dare you, Micah?
Because it's just like Raw. There's 2 things I want to see, and then I'm just sitting through the rest of it for no reason. It didn't used to be like this. Why does it have to be like this?
I'm way more entertained by Raw than Dynamite. I'm just being honest. They have a lot of recaps. Yeah, there's a lot of commercials. But I don't know. It's the way that the whole product is set up in WWE. It's just so night and day compared to how Dynamite's booked when there's just matches that just have matches most weeks.
I don't know.
Entertained by that?
SmackDown's the best right now.
I hear NXT doing some good stuff too.
Oh, for real?
Come on now. That's some respect.
Yeah, Tony versus Riho. I don't really care for this. My main slam was I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh.
Riho ain't big enough to beat Tony. Like, just really.
I didn't realize
I get it.
She was until I seen this match.
Well, like, Tony's not big. I don't mean that in any way. But Tony's like a regular sized female. And I mean, she got a little muscle, don't get me wrong. But, like, she made Riho look like Darby Allin next to, like, Brody King.
Yeah. She's like a middle school girl, man. It was striking.
She's just very thin, and I can't. It hurts my disbelief. It's just like the Cassidy Big Bill match. I can't buy it.
But apparently she's a 16-year pro, Micah.
How? She don't even look. How long has she been wrestling?
I don't know, man. I heard that in the match. Excalibur made it known. A 16-year veteran in this sport at the age of 25. I'm like, Jesus
How old
Christ.
is Riho?
Bro, she's 25.
No way.
That's what.
Well, I mean, I can believe that she's 25.
She's been wrestling since she was 9, apparently. That's what Excalibur tells me.
What? Yeah, she is 25. She does look 25.
You know, Japanese.
Because I thought you were about to tell me she's like 42. I was like, huh?
Well, man. Bro, she's been wrestling since she was 9. How is there no like child labor laws that Japan has to follow? How did she wrestle at 9 years old? That
I have
child
no
abuse.
idea, but still in elementary school.
Jeez. First,
Okay, well, you learn something new every day.
there was a rumor going around when she first got signed, or when she won the title. I think she was the first AEW Women's Champion, but
She was.
everybody was saying that Kenny, the girl that Kenny wrestled, the 9-year-old girl, was Riho, but that came out as false. But yeah, you could. I mean, if you told me that, I would buy it because you know Kenny
I mean,
does have a love for Riho apparently.
and he's got a storied history in Japan, and he does have matches where he was wrestling 9-year-old girls. So that's a thing you can find out there for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Riho couldn't even get on top of Tony as she went to pin her for the roll up. So that I was like, are we for real right now? Like,
Yep,
you expect me to believe that she could roll up Tony Storm
she
when
did.
she could hardly get over her leg? And I'm not saying that to be offensive. That was real. She
Yeah,
really could not get on top of her.
and
So, yeah.
she won with the most dangerous move in all of professional wrestling, Micah. The distraction roll up, man.
All right, so we had the tag team battle royale. I don't even remember who all was involved in it, but we'll go ahead and spoil the ending. Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
Yep.
I grimace as I say that. Were the winners of this tag team battle royale. So they will be competing for the tag team championship. Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and start us off with the scoops.
So the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't mind that they're heels now. I think that's something that they actually need. It's a heel turn. I like the new direction. And let me hit you with a double stack real quick, Micah.
Go ahead.
I didn't think this was a bad battle royal. I thought it was pretty okay for a battle royal.
There have been a lot worse in both companies.
Yeah. Um, a lot of teams got shine. So yeah, man, it's fine. I don't know if I would put it as my main event for a go home show, but
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. I got spoiled on the ending before I was watching it, so I knew what was happening. So I was kind of like, ugh. But the Blackpool Combat Club, because I had one of my slams on here that it doesn't make any sense. I agree that their direction is good now because they should be heels, but why? What's the deal with Danielson? Is he still a part or?
I believe so.
But he's babyface.
He's loosely affiliated with them still, I guess. Well, you remember when Luger and Sting were tag champions, and Sting was babyface and Luger was heel?
Yeah, I guess that is true. I
I
don't
guess they're
know.
going with didn't they did that with Swerve and Keith Lee too?
Yeah,
I don't know,
it just it's a little weird to me. But I agree. I do like their gimmick fits better as heels, so I agree. For
man. Yeah.
my one and only scoop, I personally don't care for Danhausen or Orange Cassidy. I already said that in the show, but I will say this. They got the biggest pops out of this entire battle royale, and it was mainly for Danhausen. So, because my wife was watching this with me, and she was like, "Why? I don't get it. Why do they like him?" And I was just like, "I don't know, but he's over." So, I mean, I guess there's something to be said for that. I guess he's over, and they're going with him. I don't get it, and I think it's stupid, but it is over.
Just not for us.
Not gonna work for me, brother.
Where were they at? San Francisco?
Yeah, because Revolution's there.
There was a lot of. It's pretty dark in that second layer. Did you notice that?
Nah, honestly, I wasn't paying attention to it.
Bro, it was like they didn't. What, they sell 500 tickets for this thing? And it's crazy because they actually sold almost 8,000 tickets for the pay per view. But this arena that they booked in the same city, which was weird, it looked dark throughout the arena. You could tell there was empty seats in a lot of places.
The crowd wasn't great all night to me. Which, I mean, they weren't the Raw crowd for Monday. Oh boy, but they weren't. I don't know, especially for like a city that's fixing to get a pay-per-view on Sunday. You know, normally they're a little lively, but this one just wasn't. I don't know.
They're at the old arena in San Francisco, or
The Cow Palace.
the Cow Palace. That's where Eddie won the WWE title, but they don't run any shows there anymore because it's kind of a dump. But for the pay per view, they're running the Chase Center, which is where the Golden State Warriors play. And I believe they announced that they have sold the most tickets for the arena for a pro wrestling show in its 3-year history, but still something you can be proud of.
For real? Because I thought Double or Nothing sold like 12,000.
No, it was in. They sold the most for San Francisco in the Chase Center.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I was like, I thought I went there and they sold like 12,000, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how because I say that. I mean, I would if it was close, I would still go, even though it's not my favorite thing. But the build has just been it's been rough.
Those tickets probably high though in San Francisco.
Well, just like everything else. Do you have anything else to say about this fiasco?
Nah, it wasn't my favorite Dynamite.
All right. Well, to close us up, we had the Bryan Danielson promo with the MJF interruptance, but he didn't get any words out.
I forgot about this. I thought we were done with Dynamite.
Yeah, nah, not just yet. We're almost to the good stuff.
I forgot about that.
He basically just said, you don't have anything, you want everything I have because you're jealous, and Sunday I'm going to kick your explicit head in. And yeah. So I said, I mean, this is the best Danielson promo of the feud. He did a good job to build up to the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I still, am I excited to see the match on Sunday? Yes. Do I think that Danielson was the person to put with MJF for his first major feud? No. Because Danielson's not near the level of he doesn't have the level of engagement with the crowd that he had in 2014, and he's not as good as MJF on the mic. And MJF needs somebody who's going to be able to compete with him. So, yeah, nah. This feud hasn't been my cup of tea, but this promo was pretty solid.
I don't think Danielson is bad on the mic. I just think that this material that they're working with, I mean, the Regal stuff was convoluted, and they dropped it because he wanted to leave, and I'm sure they didn't get a lot of time to plan any of this because Punk was supposedly supposed to be MJF's first feud. I don't think Danielson's bad on promos, though.
He's just better as a heel. I don't think he really says a whole lot to get the crowd behind him, is my only thing.
Unless he can throw up the yes chant.
Well, that's always that's a given.
He won't do it, though, in AEW.
Well, he's trying to separate himself, like Chris Jericho not wanting to be called Y2J. But, overall, you got anything to add for this one? Close us up for Dynamite.
Yeah, I didn't like Danielson getting the jobber entrance for
Fair.
his. Yeah, I didn't like that. Timing was a big issue on this show. Yeah, Danielson had the big money line at the end, his catchphrase and ROH. So it was. He got me interested in the match.
We'll see if it's good on Sunday. I'm skeptical about Iron Man matches.
They're hard to do. Very hard to do.
Yeah. Well, overall rating for Dynamite, I think we forgot to do it for Raw because we were too focused on maple syrup. But what you got for Dynamite?
Give it about a 4.7. Yeah.
I almost gave it the dud.
Oh man, it wasn't that bad.
I give it a 5. I mean, what happened on Raw?
Jimmy and Cody stuff. I don't remember, man.
I'd say it better than Raw, but not by a country mile.
I'll have to look at my notes. I don't remember what happened on that show either.
God, no, yeah. Isn't that sad?
We watched so much wrestling. We watched so much wrestling, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
We watch 7 hours of wrestling every single week.
Regardless, oh god, yeah, and it had the Lita and Becky match to close. Yeah, these SmackDown wins the cake easily, but let's go ahead and get into SmackDown so we can get to some good stuff. Opening up the show, the one, the man, the tribal chief, 900 and something days he's ruled WWE. I was watching it with my wife, and I told her, I said, after this pyro goes off and they announce him, Michael Cole's going to say how many days he's held the belt, and then he's going to say, that's how long Roman Reigns has ruled the WWE, word for word.
Jesus.
He says it every week.
You a fortune teller now, Micah?
Well, I might be. Yeah, so Roman came out, and he was fixing to start talking, acknowledge me, all the typical stuff, and doom, doom. And then Cody came out, and yeah, it was a really good promo. Roman did his best Dusty impression, which I really liked, and it was the best thing on SmackDown. It was the best thing all week, honestly. So, for the scoops, I'll start us off. Roman's part of the promo was great. I really liked how he dogged Cody for his typical drawn-out stuff, because Cody said some stuff about how, like, I've always had the odds stacked against me, and my dad's dead, and, all the typical...
Oh, man, come on, you didn't say that.
Not this time, but, I mean, just the typical Cody stuff, and after he said it, Roman was like, that's pretty good. You've been practicing that one all week? And so, I don't know, that one kind of popped me.
He shouted out AEW. Cody did.
Me and my indie buddies sold out a 10,000 seat arena or whatever he said. Yeah, he did.
And they were, the first Dynamite was in that arena that they were in.
Oh, for SmackDown?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well, that's kind of cool. Some people were saying that was him dogging them on Twitter, and I don't know how you misconstrued that, but nah, he was actually praising what he did and like what they did and what they're doing now. But okay, pal,
Yeah.
whatever helps you sleep at night.
He's very diplomatic when he talks about his old buddies.
He's the. I was talking to somebody about this. I say that all the time. But Cody is the perfect, like, opposite of what Punk is, to where Punk just speaks his mind, and that pisses a lot of people off. Cody plays the politics part of wrestling to an absolute T. It's almost like it's his favorite thing to do.
And he's real good at it, man.
Well, yeah, he'd been in every dang company and somehow managed to get his theme song to follow him. So something's got to be said for that.
Not only his theme song, his logos too.
Yeah. Well, he got it tattooed on him. Good luck copyrighting that.
Yeah, you got a point.
What'd you think about this one?
Bro, I thought it was really good. Crowd was electric. Both guys sounded really well on the mic. I feel like Cody kind of outclassed Roman. I know you probably don't think the same, but Roman kind of stammered and kind of lost his train of thought a couple times in the promo. And he said something really sus. I don't know if you caught this, but
I
he said he was
laughed.
he said he was groomed as a child from his father and from Cody's father, and like, whoa, Roman, what? Are you just did
What do you
you
mean
just
by
admit to
that?
that? You admitted to that on live television?
Yeah, I don't know. I got cracked up about it when I heard him say that. I was like, hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you did. You mean to say that, buddy?
See, I felt the opposite way because I felt like Roman whooped Cody, and then he was just like, I know he kind of said the same stuff that Heyman said the other day, but he,
Yeah,
I don't know, he was like dogging him, saying that he never talked about you, and I was the son that he wanted, and then Cody was like, "You're right,
that's what.
and I'm gonna wrestle you at WrestleMania," and like I don't, you're not gonna like get him back, gonna talk about like you know, The Rock was the bigger star in the family, and you'll never measure.
This is only week one. We don't want to. You don't want to shoot your load off that quick, Micah. You save that for after the foreplay.
Well,
It's just week one, man. You'll see it again in another week or two, and they'll, I'm sure, have more bars to give to each other. But yeah, it was a good man. It was a good segment.
yeah, I'm not trying to dog it. I'm just saying I feel like Roman won, but it was really good. It's the best, probably the best thing this week.
And the people that want Roman to go over just so he can reach 1,000 days are stupid fans. I hate to say it, but you guys are stupid, terrible fans. If you just want Roman to just beat everybody just so he can get to 1,000 days, who cares if he gets to 1,000 days? He's nowhere close to Bruno Sammartino's record or Bob Backlund's record. Why does it matter if he reaches 1,000 days?
Oh, I just want to beat Cody, just because I don't like
Bro,
Cody.
people online there's people online debating that. Like, oh, he should beat Cody because he's almost close to 1,000 days. It's historic. Who cares, bro? Just what happened to telling coherent stories that actually make sense? The beginning, a middle, and an end. The good guy prevails in the end on the biggest stage of them all. We can't have that. We got to have Roman win at 4 straight WrestleManias.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ, who's gonna beat this guy, bro?
Yeah, that's what. Um, Cause I was watching it with my wife, and she was like, she don't watch it all the time, but I mean, she knows who Cody is and all that stuff, basically. And she just was saying that his stuff works so much better in WWE, and he's so much uh, better, well received, if that's the right words. But she said, "Do you think he's gonna win?" And I was like, "If he doesn't, who are they gonna get to beat him? He's beaten everybody.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
and
to call back Hulk Hogan to beat him at this point."
bro, and Cody is a top merch seller. His segments are usually the highest rated on the show. You would kill a lot of his momentum by having him lose to Roman.
Absolutely. It
He's
just don't make
over, man.
sense.
No, it doesn't. He's over. Go with the guy that's over. Go with the long term solution to your problems of not making any credible baby faces. You have one right here. Do it. Just pull the trigger. Jesus.
It'll be Luger in '93 if they mess it up.
Definitely.
If he
Terrible.
loses, it's done.
Bro, it would deflate the crowd.
It'd be like a Clash when Drew lost. Maybe they can call back Tyson Fury and they can sing Margaritaville.
Well, he can't be in America.
Oh man.
We get him via satellite
Oh yes, perfect.
or
Rhea,
FaceTime like
like
Logan
Logan
Paul.
Paul, yeah. Rhea Ripley and Liv was next up, and I didn't even see this one was advertised, but I I watched it because I like Rhea and Leah lives Aaliyah. Oh, what? Speaking of, where is she? Not that I'm complaining. I'm saying I hadn't seen her in a while.
I think she got hurt.
Oh, well, yeah. Rhea and Leah. So to start us off, I'll let you go ahead for your scoops. What you got?
Uh, I didn't hate this match. I actually thought this was pretty solid for a ladies match. I can't remember the last ladies match that I actually liked better than this. I think Liv looked really good in there too. And I'm not a Liv Morgan fan, but her and Rhea worked well together.
I'll give Liv this. She's good at selling. I think better than a lot of the other ones are. And so I give her props for that. Rhea looked good as always. So, yeah, I got to agree with you. It's probably one of the better women's matches I've seen in a minute. And it didn't overstay its welcome either. Rhea is great. Just everything's good about her. Her in-ring stuff is good. And she was kind of doing, I'm going to say Roman-esque, but that's kind of just because it's what I can remember at the moment. But the off the mic heel work, like talking down to her, all that kind of
good.
stuff, yeah, it really just ties it together.
They had a great shot with that because she looked into the camera and said something, and the camera kind of like repositioned so you would see the WrestleMania sign in the background while she was talking. It was
Yeah.
really good camera. And then the camera caught something else that was really, really good. The Liv Morgan fan that was crying.
I
Did you
saw
catch that,
that.
Mike? Yeah.
I
That was
think
great, man.
I think they brought her to the back after to console her or something. I seen a video on some WWE page, which is like, oh great, kill the whole business.
Great shot, though. Great shot.
Yeah. The only slam that I had was she tried to do a dive. Liv did. She tried to do a dive through the middle rope, and she kind of got caught on the middle rope. But it worked anyways because Rhea was gonna reverse it and drop her on the mat. But yeah, it looked a little sloppy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I was pleasantly. I was not upset to see that match.
Surprised me.
Following the Rhea and Liv match, Roman said that he's running out of patience with Jimmy because he can't get Jay to respond or pick up. So Jimmy said he was going to go call him. And we'll follow back on this next episode of Days of Our Lives. Or The Sopranos, because basically what this is at this point. Dom versus Santos Escobar followed because Santos is pissed at Dominic for giving up his legacy of the Mysterio name that he would kill to have. Not a whole lot from me. I thought it was an okay match, and Dom got heat as always. He beat up Ray after the match. Ray came down to confront him about, cheating to win and all that stuff. But I didn't have a whole lot. You had a couple things. So I'll let you go ahead.
Santos pretty good, man. I like Santos. The aftermath of the match with Ray and Dom is heating up, man. It's getting like the crowd was heavily invested into Ray finally getting his hands on Dom. So just imagine when he actually does beat his kids, man. People are gonna be elated. I mean, Michael Cole might Bro, might go join Ray and beat up Dom too.
Wade
But
Barrett's over there defending him.
well, I mean, Ray does have a history of beating his kids, so I think he just has to pull out the belt once in a while, man. Humble him. But yeah, I got one slam, two. Well, actually, I got two slams. What happened to Legado del Fantasma?
That's a good question. They said he was representing them, but I mean,
Where's Zelina? Where's I don't even know the other guy's name, but where are they at?
Yeah, yeah, I have no idea.
Catering had some fish and chips that they had to go take care. I don't know, man. But yeah, Santos and Legado del Fantasma. I'm not sure if they're all gonna be babyface with him, or maybe they're just gonna do their own thing now. I don't know, man.
I guess they might dissipate. Just maybe I don't know. Since they're going face, who knows? I thought it was a good match though. I mean, Santos looked solid.
Did you have to? Did Rhea have to beat up Santos though?
That is true. It kind of helped
Yeah,
her though.
yeah, but come on, man. Just piss in his mouth too when he's down there, bro. Like that's don't get beat up by a. No offense to our lady listeners out there, but bro, you lose some man points by getting beat up by a girl, man.
It is true.
That's what killed Mark Merrow's career by getting powerbombed by Sable.
Oh yeah.
Killed his career. Killed him dead.
It
You
just
have Santos get pump handle slammed by Rhea.
I think too something that bothered me was Charlotte wasn't even on the show this week. So I don't know. I will instead of having her involved with this match, and I'm fine that she was involved with Liv because she got to win. I would have rather seen her have something to do with Charlotte because I thought that was like a glaring omission to me.
Yeah, you're right. She didn't have a promo.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I see your point. It's just like when she beat up Tozawa a couple weeks ago. It's like, yeah, that makes Rhea look good. Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine with Tozawa getting beat up.
it's just sorry.
Man.
It's a little insulting to my disbelief.
Yeah.
Well, next up we had the what I thought was going to be a Drew McIntyre promo that turned into a Drew McIntyre and Sheamus promo, and then a Drew McIntyre and Sheamus and LA Knight promo, and then a Drew McIntyre and Sheamus and LA Knight and New Day promo, and then you get the gist. Yeah. I guess they're going to have a Battle Royale next week. I don't know if they announced that. That's just what I assumed.
I thought everybody had a 6-man tag for a sec.
Yeah. There were too many of them were in street clothes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just all over the place. I like a few of these guys, but a couple of these acts kind of drove this segment down for me.
Yeah. The scoop, we both had this one. LA Knight is super over, and his shtick is shticking. No pun intended. Yeah. Just kidding. All pun intended. Yeah. But I like LA Knight. He's good, and I wouldn't mind him getting a title run, but Gunther's heel, so it ain't gonna go his way. It'll probably be Drew.
I can see Sheamus winning the title at WrestleMania, and then LA Knight feuding with Sheamus, and LA Knight getting the IC title.
I wouldn't hate that if I didn't want Gunther to beat Honky Tonk Man's reign.
I don't see that happening, though. I think they got bigger and better things for him, because I hear they're bringing back the King of the Ring. You have Gunther win that. You get him a title shot at SummerSlam. That could work.
I could see it, but I want him to split up the titles first before. I don't know. I mean, Triple H is high on him. I've heard that and some rumors and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I think I want to have that, because then it would be announced every time Gunther comes out. Longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. And I think that would help, and he's not too far off. Let me look at it real quick, but I don't think he's very far away from.
I think Honky held it for 400 and something days.
Was it
Gunther's
really
been
that
champ.
long?
I think he was, yeah.
Good lord. Well, I'll look at it real quick, but I don't think he's really far away.
He won the title last year in May, I think. June.
Yes, June 10th, 2022. So the Honky Tonk Man holds the longest reign at 454 days. Only three
He's a
wrestlers, have held it for more than a year, which is Pedro Morales, Don Morocco, and Randy Savage. And it's crazy how much the thing's been passed around when you think about it.
Yeah.
But Gunther is currently at. Well, don't scroll too fast now. 268 days, so he's got about another 200 days to go to beat it.
Yeah. That's probably like July or August before he beats that. I don't know if he holds it that long, man.
I'd like him to.
I think they're gonna give Sheamus a little reward for the year he had. Sheamus had a low key a really good year, 2022 to 2023.
Do you think they go? Are they gonna do Clash at the Yep, Clash at the Castle again or no?
Yeah, they'll go there again. But actually, wait, I don't know because they're having Money in the Bank in London, so maybe that's their one overseas PLE for the year.
Interesting. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. I was gonna say if they go back to Clash, well, now that I mention it, when is Money in the Bank?
June.
That'd be close to a year, but he'd still have to hold it for another 100 days after that.
What is it, June? Not sure.
I
'Cause
don't
it
know.
was
I can
something
look
weird.
at it in a second.
Yeah, it was something weird last year.
It was in a weird spot. It was June because
Okay.
I remember them
It's July
advertising
1st.
for it. Okay.
July 1st, 2023 is Money in the Bank in London. And they actually sold it out already.
Yep. First major event to be held in London since Insurrection.
Jeez.
I don't know because I want them to hold it, but when would be a good time to drop it after that? August 5th, SummerSlam, Detroit, Michigan? No. Anyways, I don't know. I could see it, but I personally want to see Drew versus Gunther just because we've already seen Sheamus twice now. But I guess we'll have to see how they go with this. Did you have any slams for this segment?
Just, man, I like the New Day. I like Xavier Woods. I like Kofi Kingston. I like Big E. I like these guys, but their act is really, really stale.
What could they do to fix it, you think?
Bro, they haven't been heel in 6 years. Maybe turn them heel. I know we want everybody to turn heel on the show, but I don't know, man. The New Day is stale. They were doing some pretty solid stuff in NXT because they were interacting with people they never interacted with, but I don't know. They've just kind of dragged this segment down for me.
I thought they were kind of funny, but I mean, I see your point. It's just the same stuff as always. Also, the crowd groaned when Karrion Kross's music hit, so that's damaged goods.
I perked up when I saw Scarlett.
I knew you were fixing to say something like that. Well, I perked down when I seen that Shayna and Tegan was up next. So yeah, nah, I ain't watching all that. I ain't reading all that. Bobby Lashley was in the ring next. You know, if you watch the Raw show, ladies and gentlemen, or listen to the Raw show, I said that I would give you a lease on Bray until WrestleMania.
Yep.
My one and only scoop is that this was the least bad Bray Wyatt segment. That's kind of funny because it didn't involve him, but
yeah, I said he wasn't even there.
He wasn't even there. By extension, it wasn't horrible.
Bro, it's kind of obvious that that's Bo Dallas, right?
Yeah, when they showed the little face, I was like, man.
You just hear by his laugh. That's Bo Dallas.
Believe, brother.
I'm all in.
I wouldn't go that far. The only slam I had, man, nah, I can stand Bo Dallas. Even in NXT, the whole gimmick was rotten.
Oh, come on.
He didn't have the it factor to me.
Stop it.
Just like his brother. Bobby needs a mouthpiece.
I agree.
Bring back the Hurt Business. Just quit teasing it already. Just do it.
Yeah, we're just dancing around it at this point.
They're edging us. The edge business. Let's see. You have
gonna be edges and faction.
Oh no. The edgers.
Yeah, man. No Bray, so that's gonna get a slam for me. I like to see Bray on the show. I like to see Bray wrestle. Why is he only wrestled once in 7 months?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Bro got the MJF schedule.
Oh no, that's worse than that. He got the Roman schedule.
It's worse than that.
He got the Steve Austin schedule. Following, Roman told Jimmy to eliminate Sammy in the main event, and he said if they do that, then they get Jay back. He said that then I think Jimmy left, and he said like Jay had a week, or it's Jimmy's neck to Heyman, something like that. I don't know. I didn't like this because it's like eliminate Sammy every week, and then just the same crap happens. So I don't know. It needs just a little. We need a little something else to the Sammy part. I know what they're building, but like, other than Roman just being like, go kill him. I mean, you've been saying that for like 5 weeks, and he's still alive. So you
Seems
do
like
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seems like the bloodline is slowly starting to form cracks in the union. I'm all for it, them planting seeds for an eventual breakup, because WrestleMania seems to be the last stand for the bloodline, with maybe the Usos losing the titles and Roman losing the Universal and WWE titles. I don't know, man. They're planting some seeds. I'm still invested in it. I didn't have a problem with it.
If it wasn't for them being one of the best things on the TV right now, I would say after WrestleMania, and I assume they're going to lose other belts, keep them off TV for like 3 months. But since they're going to, they've been on almost every show other than Roman, but the Usos have. But if you do that, I mean, shoot, you only got Cody.
I'll keep Solo on the show.
That's fair.
Don't banish Solo, man. Dang.
Send him back to NXT.
Just cast them again as Jacob Fatu and pretend like nothing happened.
Just the Men in Black pin, like memories of him. Well, speaking of Solo, he fought Sammy in the main event. They hyped it up all night. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. The crowd liked Sammy. I just wasn't. I mean, I kind of figured what was going to happen happened. The only slam I had. Well, you got a scoop.
Yeah, I thought it was okay that they protected Solo because it seems like that's a long-term plan for them. And they did give Sammy some shine at the end after he took a loss. So it's not like they just beat him and, Baron Corbin them or something like that. They gave him a little something at the end. Give the crowd something to cheer about.
I guess that's true. I didn't like that he lost just because that's his second loss since the Chamber now. So it kind of is like, dang, this guy gonna win anytime soon? Because he was like contending with Roman 2 weeks ago, but I know it was screwy, so yeah, I guess it can be forgiven. All in all, though, what you got? Oh, you go ahead.
He did lose to Johnny Knoxville.
Ugh, don't remind me. Isn't that crazy? The difference a year makes.
You still never watched that match, did you?
Nope. And I
You
ain't
need to
going
go
to.
and watch that.
And I ain't going to. So, all in all, what you got for SmackDown? I think we both agree it was the show of the week.
Yeah, I get about 7.5. I really liked it. It was a good television show. I enjoyed it.
I go with the 7. It was some decent matches, good storytelling. The Cody Roman thing was the best stuff of the week. I mean, it was simple, easy, 2-hour television to watch. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty much it for the reviews. Revolution is this weekend, and we will have it with the Raw show this week. So it'll be Raw and Revolution instead of Raw and Rumors. But before we do that, since this will come out tomorrow right before Revolution, we'll go ahead and get our predictions out of the way. So, Ryan, for the first match on this card, the final burial match, Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry, what you got?
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, I think Barry Live is trademarked.
Final burial. I got Jungle Jack. Jungle Taker. He's gonna beat Christian, and then Christian's gonna be gone after that.
Yeah. Jungle Taker. Who's Kane? Oh, Luchasaurus.
Oh, Luchasaurus, bro. Where's he been?
Oh, maybe he'll come back and bury Jungle Boy. Once and for all.
Or he turns on Christian.
Yeah. Oh, God. No, not again. Well, things we didn't want to see just like that. Chris Jericho versus Ricky Starks in the JAS's Banned from Ringside match.
Got Jericho.
My mind's telling me no. Yeah, I gotta go with Jericho. It pains me. I really hope Ricky Starks wins, but can't bet against the guy.
No. The Ocho. He's gonna go over. And they're gonna feud for another 3 months to their next pay-per-view.
No. God, no, please.
It's gonna happen, man.
I was like, oh, okay, I might be alright with this card. And the more I look at it, I'm like, ugh.
It burns.
The Elite versus the House of Black for the Trios Championship.
The Elite, I guess. I don't know. Gotta have some baby faces go over in this show.
The House of Black. I'm gonna say they win.
Okay.
Maybe some interference from one Mr. Brooks.
Whoa. You think he interferes in a match like this?
I could see it. Nah, I'll save my Mr. Brooks prediction for the end. Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby Soho for the AEW Women's World Barn Burner Championship.
I got Jamie. I guess. Jamie.
I think she's gonna get it, but
And Britt turns on her. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
I guess Jamie, but I don't I really don't care.
Maybe Saraya, man. Maybe they got to
Oh,
justify that big
no,
contract.
no.
They got to justify that big contract they gave her.
They cannot put on here. They would riot. She is
Bro,
so hated online.
I don't. People. What? Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened to Jade? What's Jade doing?
Oh my god, yeah, she ain't even on the pay-per-view.
Where's she been?
What the heck? She's like,
Undefeated?
oh my god.
Wait a minute. How is Saraya getting a title shot and Jade has been undefeated for 2 years and she still hasn't had a title shot?
I know. It makes no sense. Like, they could have easily had,
Is she stuck in the Codyverse too?
I think so.
So we got the Bucks in the Codyverse. We got Jade in the Codyverse. Hook, he's pretty much there too. Bro, it's just so much stuff that people don't interact with other people on the show. They're just stuck doing their own thing.
Even though the Codyverse lost Cody, the Codyverse really lies within us all. John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page in a Texas death match.
Got Moxley.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Moxley, even though I
He's lost a
really
lot.
don't care.
Bro, he's lost a lot of pay-per-view matches lately.
That's true, and he rarely loses. So
Yeah, he lost to Punk, and then he lost to MJF. So I would think he's going to win this one.
he lost a Double or Nothing too.
Who did he lose? Who did he lose to?
The what was that match? The Anarchy in the Arena.
He was in that?
Yeah, remember they kept playing Wild Thing for forever.
Oh, yeah. He didn't take the pin, though, did he?
No, Danielson did. I was getting an anxiety attack being there live because the music was playing and like there was so much going on. I was like, oh my god, it was wild. Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for the AEW TNT Championship.
Does the Sonic ring act as the Money in the Bank?
I don't think so. I think it's the week after.
Oh, okay. Well, I got. I'll take Wardlow.
I think so too. I think they'll give it to Wardlow, but are they really gonna give it back to Wardlow and then take it off of him and give it to Hobbs the next week?
Why not?
Yeah,
Bro, nobody cares about Wardlow anymore. Do it. Who cares?
It's so sad.
It's true, though.
The Guns versus the Acclaimed versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett versus Orange Cassidy and Danhausen.
But what, did you think FTR was going to come back?
Kind
on
of.
Dynamite? On Dynamite? Yeah, I thought so, too.
They're still in the intro video, so I don't think they're gone.
Are they just still...
I think they're still on their hiatus. That's just like this week. I know you don't follow the whole action figure business very much, but they're making new action figures for CM Punk. You know what that tells me? Hey, we're bringing him back.
Whoa, hold up now. Because they made new action figures for The Fiend and they released him. They were making new action figures for him while he was not under contract.
Well, that might be true, but I don't know. Like they didn't make a bunch of Punk figures for like a good minute, and then they just started making them again this week. I don't know about all that. They got this cool. I mean, I know you don't care about it anyways, but they got this cool 2-pack of MJF and CM Punk from the dog collar match. No, I'm gonna have to cop that one.
A little collectible.
Yeah, and for the main event, 60-minute Iron Man.
Wait! Did we get a prediction for the tag match?
Oh, no, we didn't. I don't think we did.
Okay.
I'm gonna go the Acclaimed.
I go with the Guns.
Really? You don't think they're gonna put it back on the Acclaimed?
I go with the Guns, and I think they feud with FTR when they get back because they gave him that eulogy last time we seen FTR.
That is true.
Remember they had a funeral segment.
Yeah, and then FTR that was it.
That was it.
I could see that, but it would be a good way to get the belt off the Acclaimed without. Well, I wouldn't say that because that crowd was deader than 2 o'clock when the Guns beat them. But if FTR beat them, it wouldn't make sense because they're going to be both babyface. Anyways, MJF, Bryan Danielson, Iron Man match for the AEW World Championship. Final prediction, final topic of the show. Who you got?
I got MJF winning 3 to Bryan Danielson's 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4-3, MJF, and I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Brooks confronts the Maxwell Jacob Friedman after the match. He's back.
Is he healthy?
If he's not healthy, he will be within the next couple weeks or month. I think hold on. I'm pretty sure Meltzer said that he's going to be healthy very soon, a couple weeks ago. So
he tore his tricep, I think.
I mean, he didn't got to wrestle in the next couple months, but he could come out and talk, you know what I'm saying? A full recovery from a tricep tear can take about 6 months. So
That happened in September, October. Yeah.
Got to count on my fingers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's possible.
I'm calling it. And I'm also praying and hoping. Because, boy, they need him.
What if we don't get it? They just end the show.
I don't know, because I'm not going to be able to watch it tomorrow. Like, I won't be able to watch the whole thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be over at 4 in the morning. Can't blame.
Yeah, you texted me. I said, I got to get up at 5:30 for work. You said, well, you can probably catch the end of the press conference. Oh, especially since it's on Pacific time. Oh, boy. I hope. I bet it'll go till 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, jeez.
This is why I miss Saturday pay-per-views, man.
I know, but it's the UFC. What are you going to do? All right, well, speaking of late night shows, it's 1 a.m. here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and close it up. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you guys enjoy AEW Revolution. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to us. We'll be back next week. Revolution and Raw, hopefully out Thursday or Friday. Trying to figure it out with a new work schedule, so just be checking both of those days. If you want constant updates on our release dates and our personal thoughts here and there, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at ScoopSlamPod. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you have a great weekend.